Session 2. The research and science behind your authentic confidence. Welcome back. In the last session, you learned about the benefits of developing authentic confidence and how the program works. In this session, I'm going to talk about the research behind my approach and how it has informed the program you're about to undertake. Understanding this research might help you understand why I take the approach I do and how this benefits you as you go through the program. This course is evidence-based. Everything you learn here has been established or supported through scientific research. However, it might feel quite different to any other personal development you have done in the workplace. On this course, you will learn using your mind, your body, your emotions, and more. Why is it designed this way? Well, in the last decade, a vast body of psychological change research and neuroscience has demonstrated that deeper, more enduring change in our brains and in our sense of ourselves occurs when we connect with our experience in a fuller, more embodied, more experiential way. When we approach personal development, growth, or change from a cognitive perspective, we're limiting the depth and sustainability of our efforts. If we take an embodied approach, then we're engaging a 360-degree perspective, the full spectrum of the mind, heart, and gut. This network of mind, heart, and gut means we're not shutting down one at the expense of another. It is a state of knowing and trusting the voice of one's innate wisdom and potential. This approach means our embodied intelligence takes it all into account and leads to transformational change. I want to share how other people describe embodiment. Here are a few quotes from Mark Welsh's book, Embodied Wisdom. Tara Jadal. Anywhere that is your body, you can tune into, feel, and use it as a doorway to know yourself. Gina Gonzalez. Take a somatic pause to ask, how do I feel myself in this moment? Pay attention to that voice. And when you have to decide something, ask, are my bones going with me? Damien Bowler. Understand that we have 3 different domains: sensations of the body, emotions and feelings, and thoughts and perceptions. And if we can have a sense of differentiation between these 3 areas, then we can be badass in relating. Miles Kessler. Embodiment is an inside job, so turn in and you continuously discover who you are. And then allow your embodiment to be an expression of that. Hopefully that gives you a sense of what embodiment can mean. Now, I'd like to share some of the research that explains the importance of this embodied transformational change. Early research from the 1970s on change processes conducted by the psychologist Carl Rogers found that when a person paused and checked inside for what felt deeply true in the moment as they made sense of their experience, they were much more effective at growing into positive change than those who just stayed in their heads, only connected with the thinking they had already made sense of. More recent authors, such as Amanda Blake, who wrote Your Body is Your Brain, tells us we can leverage somatic intelligence, the intelligence stored in our body, so that we can become more relaxed, confident, and at ease in high-pressure situations. Guy Claxton tells us your brain is all over your body. It is currents of information from all corners of your body continually making their way by electrical, chemical, or physical means towards the stem of the brain. Peter Afford summarizes relevant research by neuroscientists. He tells us the human brain has about 100 billion neurons or nerve cells. with the heart and gut also having large numbers of neurons, sometimes referred to as our secondary brains. Nerves are distributed throughout the body, and our whole nervous system is linked. A constant dialogue occurs between the mind, the heart, and the gut. For example, messages the heart sends the brain can affect performance. Neuroscientists like to talk about neuroplasticity. The nature of the nervous system is to be plastic, to be changeable, which means we can adapt and change to different environments and experiences. Our brains are always changing right up to the end of our lives, which means we can always learn new ways of doing and being. To help with this learning process, left and right brain integration is essential. In a nutshell, the left brain, or left hemisphere, is responsible for specialized functions such as language and logic. It likes routine, repetition, control, categories, goals, and achieving. It focuses on the explicit detail in the foreground. The right brain is responsible for stuff such as body awareness, emotions, creativity, relationships, and recognizing faces. It enjoys novel, new, unknown, and uncertain things. It takes care of the context that's implicit in the background, including our body, other people, and the bigger picture of the world we live in. Left allows us to zoom in on the detail, and the right allows us to zoom out and see the big picture. Many of us have become accustomed to relying on left brain activity. But what is crucial to understand is that there isn't really a complete divide between the two sides of the brain. They both complement and rely on each other to do the work they are responsible for or dominant in. To enhance both left and right brain activities, it requires integration. To attain integration, we need to work in an embodied state. You may already have some experience of being embodied, from yoga, meditation, rock climbing, dance, or something else. You may not. This program will guide you, so for now, keep an open mind. And before we go, I'd like to introduce you to Jerry. Jerry is our fictional friend who wants to become authentically confident. You'll be getting to know Jerry as he's going to embody the examples I'll be using to help bring the explanations to life. Jerry is an experienced senior project manager. He was recently hired by a housing construction company as he has excellent knowledge of the green housing industry, making homes environmentally friendly. Building greener housing is a recent organisational commitment for this company he's just been recruited into. The woman who hired him does not have experience of green housing and has never worked in this area before. He took the job as it was a step up from his last job. It gives him more leadership responsibilities. We'll find out more about Jerry as we work through the various modules. I look forward to seeing you and Jerry in the next session.